Eibsee, one of the most picturesque lakes in all of Germany. We've just arrived here for sunrise. This is no doubt one of the most beautiful forests I've ever seen. It's so green and there's just moss everywhere. It looks so cool. We're off the main track now and we're walking along the edge of the water to our little sunrise spot that we scoped out a little bit earlier. Do you know what the temperature is right now? I can hear the ice cracking. Now you might have seen earlier I had my phone out and I was using an app to track the sun. That app is called Lumos and I've been using it for years. It is an augmented reality picture of where the sun is going to be at any particular time of day. So you can basically know when you get to your location, all right, at 10 a.m. the sun is going to be coming over that ridge there, and that's going to create the lighting that we want for our photo. Ideally, you want to come to the location before you actually shoot it to find potential compositions, to see where the light is going to be, and that is going to give you the best chance when you actually rock up on the day that you're going to shoot it to get amazing photos. So we actually did that the first day we got here. We came and had a look at the location, and I'm so glad that we did that because this place is huge. You can literally walk around the entire thing, and I think it takes over an hour and a half. This is really perfect timing to give you guys a practical example. If you can't tell, the sun just peeked over that mountain, and the particular shot that TK and I scoped out the other day was shooting into this island out here in the middle of the lake with the mountain in the background. And basically what we figured out was that the sun would more or less just hug this ridgeline of the mountain out here, and we would be able to get a beautiful shot of the sun casting across the tree line on this little island in the lake. Whenever I arrive to a location like this, I'll always make sure I'm getting a minimum of 4 shots, and they're 4 very specific shots and they don't change depending on the location. I'll obviously try to get a lot more than just 4 photos, but if you treat these 4 photos as must-haves before you leave the location, you'll have a really high chance of capturing some really stunning images. The first must-have shot is the hero shot. Think of this as the one that you print and put on the wall. It's usually a wide angle showing off the entire landscape. This is the one I probably put the most time and effort into tweaking the composition and trying to make it perfect. The second shot is the tight shot. So think of capturing your hero shot in a different way, maybe a little bit closer up, showing just a little slice, a little peek of the location. I love using a telephoto zoom like a 70 to 200 for these kinds of shots. The third shot is the detail shot. So when I get to a location, I like looking at the little details. Quite often they're close-up shots, so I like using a 35 or a 50mm, getting in nice and tight and showing those fine details. There's actually a detail shot right next to me where I'm standing that I'm probably going to photograph as soon as I'm done recording this video, but it's sort of like the rocky edge of this cliff here with little pieces of moss creeping throughout the cracks. The fourth photo that I try to get is a unique shot or a creative shot. So for example, when the wind died down earlier and I was able to get a drone shot, I set my shutter speed to the lowest that I could and lowered the drone right down onto the ice. And then I flew straight towards this yellow hut, snapping some photos with the yellow hut and the landscape in the background. And I'm hoping this photo works out. I haven't actually edited it yet, but because of the slow shutter speed, I hope to get some really nice motion blur, some sort of leading lines on the ice to bring your eye into the hut in the photograph. For your creative shot, you can use a bunch of different techniques, whether it's light painting or slow shutter speeds, playing around with a prop. TK and I have been using a headlamp as a prop in some of our photos on this trip so far, which has worked out really well. Just get creative. Think of something completely outside the box. And then say for example, you go to post these photos on Instagram, you can post all 4 photos in a carousel, and it helps to tell more of an immersive story of that location. The sun is fully out from behind the mountain now. Our beautiful light has somewhat faded away and we're going to start heading back to the car. But I wanted to give you guys one final tip. And this was a game changer composition tip, and I barely ever hear this from other photographers. When you are creating your composition, always consider the fact that the human eye will be drawn to the brightest or the most contrasty part of your image. So always consider the brightest parts of your image. If you're shooting a person, make it so that their face is the brightest part of the image, because that is ultimately where you want the viewer's focus to be drawn to. All right, what do you reckon? Is it time to go? All right, let's pack it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did learn something new, make sure you drop a like down below and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Plenty more vlogs coming from this beautiful part of the world. I'll see you guys soon.